Hey everybody, welcome to the Dow Show. Oh, I'm sorry, the closing beat. Where am I at today, man? The closing beat. For those of you who've never seen this before, this is our stock market update that we do to try to keep you posted on the good, the bad, and the ugly for the day. My name is Dustin Tibbetts. I'm a financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. If you have an old 401k you want to roll over, you want to transfer a Roth IRA or an IRA, SEP IRA, from somewhere where maybe you're not getting the attention you deserve or the performance that you want. Check us out at jazzwealth.com. Our portfolios are actually posted on our website so you can see how well do we do. We actually are the only advisor that I can find that actually posts their performance of their funds. You know why? Because most financial advisors just buy a mutual fund and then sort of walk away. Anyways, we're not here to pick on them today. We're here to cover the markets. Sort of a I'll be honest, this is sort of a quiet, I debated even not doing this today. That's how sort of quiet the markets were, but there was plenty to talk about, and I love talking about this stuff. So we are in that window. If you haven't heard me say this before, we're in the window between the end of the summer and Labor Day when everybody sort of takes their last vacation. If you're going to Disney World down here, Magic Kingdom, MGM, or Epcot, it's going to be horrible. We've tried it this time of year. I live here in Florida, so oh my gosh, it's so busy this time of year because everybody just comes for their last hurrah. And so, excuse me, because of that, they're not trading, right? So the stock market gets a little quiet. It gets a little choppy, and we'll use the term jello on a plate. If you were to take a plate, plop some jello on top of it, and then shake the plate, it would just be all over the place, kind of being weird. So that's where the markets are at. You can see on the charts over here, the Dow was down about 88 points today. A lot of that coming in the last few minutes of the day. The S&P 500 was basically flat. Anytime the S&P 500 is up or down 1 point, nobody really cares. Percentage-wise, you can see it's really not that big of a deal. And the Nasdaq 100 added about 30 points, largely thanks to a few tech names. We'll go over those in a second. The big move, the big excitement for today, we'll go over to the charts. As far as the biggest products we can talk about, well, is oil. So the price of oil shot up 3.5% today. Now, this is a candlestick chart. If you're watching for the first time and you're one of our customers, we have done classes for you on these. If you're a brand new customer, you may not have had a chance to have me send that to you yet, so be sure to ask me to send you that candlestick class. There's 2 of them actually, and I will send them to you. It sort of explains what all this means, and basically today, this is this candle here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You could see the strong move over here on the side for the price of oil today. It's been sliding, right? If you don't know what this is, you basically can tell, is it going up or down? And basically oil has been sliding lower. That was the big mover today. Here's the thing, we talked about this 2 weeks ago, last week, and now this week. The oil inventory report comes out every Wednesday at, I believe, 10:30 New York time. And basically it tells you the supply in Oklahoma, the supply of oil that we have sitting there. Did it go up or did it go down? And analysts make guesses. So here's what happened. The supply of barrels of oil went down by 5.8 million barrels. And you go, I don't know, it sounds like a lot of oil. So the supply was reduced by 5.8. We were only expecting to see it drop by 1.6. So everyone was expecting that the U.S. supply of oil, as Oklahoma kind of rates it, would drop by 1.6 billion barrels. And instead it dropped by 5.8 million barrels. And because of that, what do you think that means for the price of oil? If there's less oil, then that means the price should go higher. That difference of about 4 times what we were expecting just shot an absolute spark into the price of oil. So that was really that today. You have some global news there with the Iran sanctions and everything. We talked about that yesterday, but today traders really just responded to that one single report. Comes out every week. Remember, 2 weeks ago there was a huge addition. We didn't see that coming, or maybe it was 3 weeks ago. So oil was the big mover today. If you look around at energy stocks, they continued to get a boost. So that's good news. Oil and gas exploration companies, that's what you're seeing on the charts there, also continued to get a boost. And, you know, just good news basically for anything oil related. So they had a really, really good day. Let's go to some individual markets here. Excuse me. You got the Dow. Basically, we talked about that. The Dow was down a little bit on the day. Nobody's really freaking out. we had this nice move higher, and to see a little pullback is fine. Really low volume, so not much to say there. The S&P 500 just remains in this nice uptrend, also low volume, not much to say there. And we'll go over and take a look at both the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000, if you happen to follow that. The Nasdaq did well today, but still hasn't made a new high. And the Russell 2000, which broke out yesterday, which you can kind of see it there. Yeah, you can see it. Broke out yesterday, just continued that rally today. So technical traders love this pattern here. That's all. They're just coming to trade that chart. As far as the stock market goes, you're going to see in the media, we've been talking about this for like 3 days now, the potential for today to be a record-setting day, and it did it, right? So the stock market has officially been in a bull market longer than any other period in its whole life. It beats out the 1990 to 2000 market. We went through about a 10-year period. This stock market is now officially 1 day older than that stock market. So just kind of cool. I believe it was 3,400, and today is the 3,453rd day of the bull market, as most people would define a bull market. And so that's pretty cool. So we set a new record today. You guys are a part of that history. Let's see what we can do. Let's keep it going, right? Getting to be crazy. So in the stock market today, you also had the Federal Reserve release the meetings of their notes. Really nothing new. The market kind of reacted a little bit. The Federal Reserve basically hinted at the idea of raising interest rates at the next meeting. That's coming up, by the way. And then also they said the trade war that's going on, that's your biggest threat to the economy. And the stock market, nothing new. We kind of all saw that one. Let's take a look. Excitement as far as individual stocks today are going to be in the retail sector. So if you follow the brick and mortar stores, the online stores, then today you probably noticed Target. It gained about 3.25% on the day. Listen to this. Target reported earnings. Earnings were better than expected, and that's earnings per share. So how much did they make for every share that they have available? By the way, they made $1.47 for every share out there. We were only expecting $1.40, I believe. So they beat by 7 cents. Revenue that they made, right? Revenue was better than expected, but get this. Last quarter, they made $500 million more than they did in the year prior to that. So incredible. And Target even said, this is our best sales numbers that we can put up, sales per store. This is the best we've put up in 13 years. So Target absolutely crushing it. The stock was much higher on the day. It actually only closed up just over 3%. So that helped the retail stocks. Lowe's, you know, the home improvement store. So Lowe's reported earnings better than expected, revenue better than expected. I believe they beat by about $45 million. So they did really well there. The CEO also commented that, hey, you remember back when the spring got a late start and everybody thought Home Depot and Lowe's wouldn't be able to capitalize on that? Well, Lowe's said we capitalized on that. Even though the spring started late, we were able to still make it a great season there. And so that's what this earnings report has factored in. Investors believed it. Investors can verify it now that they're staring at the earnings. Stock shot higher by 6%. So nice job on Lowe's. Definitely like that one if you own it. Starbucks was downgraded today by Piper Jaffray. They said lack of momentum in store sales is the reason. And so they took their price target. They had a price target of 60. So basically a price target is their guess as to where they think the stock is going to go and what the actual value of the stock is. So they're saying all things considered, they thought the stock should be valued at $60. Well, they came out today and they said, you know what? Because we're seeing a slowdown in momentum of sales in stores, we're lowering our target to 54. That's a big reduction right there. I mean, to be honest, that's sort of severe. You know, you don't normally see such a big decline on such an inexpensive stock. So down to 54. He's basically saying where Starbucks was priced yesterday when he put together his notes and was going to make this announcement. He's basically saying it's fairly valued. It's not worth more. It's not worth less. And investors were like, well, if it's not worth more, I'm out. And so you saw a lot of selling today. Let's go AT&T. We don't really talk about AT&T. It's sort of a slow, boring mover. Was down 2% today. They were downgraded by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's, I don't like the company myself, but they've got some good analysts, so I won't knock them. They had a price target of 40. So they thought AT&T could be up here at 40, and they said, hey, you know what? You got the Time Warner thing going on. They bought another company. Wells Fargo said it's going to take some time before they can really maximize the value of all that money that they just spent on Time Warner and everything. So they downgraded them. They said the stock's worth 35, still a little upside from here, but not as much as they had expected before. Let's see. There we go. We got Netflix. Is it? Yeah, here we go. So Netflix higher by about 2%. Another analyst from a different company put a what did he say? $3.95 price target? Yeah, he went to $3.95 as his price target, if I'm remembering correctly. He was at $3.90. He basically bumped up his target for the price of Netflix. He's basically saying that Netflix has the ability to earn an additional $40 per share. So like I just said a minute ago, when you have stocks that report earnings and they say, we made $1 something per share or $5 per, whatever it is that they report, he's saying that over the next few years, I believe it's between now and 2025, he thinks that there's $40 extra for them to earn per share. Who gets the benefit of that earnings per share? You guys, right? If you own the shares, you get it. So that's kind of good news. What else do we have here? That's pretty much all I got. You know what I mean? I think we've covered it all. A lot of sectors were really quiet today. There is no severe after hours news here. Let me just look real quick while I got you. If you have any questions, go ahead and take a second to post them in there. Let me take a look. In retail, you've got Williams-Sonoma, if you want to take a look at that. Williams-Sonoma reporting earnings here after the close. I believe it's about a 10% gain, 62. Oh, nice, 62 to 68. All-time new highs here for Williams-Sonoma. Huge beat for them on earnings. Oh, Zynga, by the way. You know what Zynga is? Zynga makes those stupid games that you play on your phone and stuff, but they make a lot of, well, I strike that. I didn't say that. They make the games for your phones, right? They got a big boost today because Disney got with them and they said, hey, would you make a Star Wars game? And Zynga was like, yeah, Disney comes knocking on your door, you're going to make a game. So investors pretty happy with that, 8% higher on the day. I just want to make sure I've covered everything. Yeah, I think I've got it all today. Oh, emerging markets, by the way, continue their rally today. The dollar kept selling off. That's helpful to emerging markets. Not necessarily one for one, but it's a nice help for emerging markets, which really, really needed a boost. And you can see a picture there of the the dollar continuing to slide lower there. So not bad. Jason watching with his coffee. Nice, nice, nice. You didn't need coffee today. It was kind of a quiet day for the markets, I thought. Austin, first time watching. I love it, man. Awesome. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it helps somehow. Change your lunch from 1 to 2. Come on, Paul. Ivan, right on the website, man. You can, if it's a general question, support at Jazz Wealth would be the best way for at least someone to get to you faster. Otherwise, leave a comment. Let me know what I can help you with. I had to be careful with my Zynga comments there. Anyways, okay, before I get in trouble, I'm going to wrap it up from here. If I've helped you in some way, hit the subscribe button, turn the bell on, and I think that bell tells you when we go live. I know it's not foolproof. YouTube's probably working on some stuff, but at least you'll know when we go live. If I can help you in any way, leave a comment. Let me know what's going on. And if you're thinking about moving an IRA, you want to roll over an old 401k, transferring accounts, we're paying any fees for transferring accounts this month, and we'll be here for you. So enjoy. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back again tomorrow.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.